I'm a person I'm a try other religions. We say be let me person like me. I don't know. This idea yet, but I don't know. I confused. Me follow teachings.
Brother, calm down small. Okay, first of all, no, I want you to introduce yourself and let me know your name before so I can call you with your name, okay? Or do you want to speak in Tree?
Oh, whichever way.
Yeah, let's.
My name is Yawaji.
Okay, Yao.
But I think I have simple question, just a short question.
Okay.
If you may help me.
Yawaji, you know the conversation is being recorded, okay?
No problem.
So people will hear whatever you say. People are going to hear it too. You said you said you used to go to church and you stopped. What do you mean?
I know more. I used to go to church.
So you were a Christian, or you were a Christian, or you were a Muslim. What does that?
Just church goer. I'm not. I used to be a church goer.
But you used to go to Christian church or mosque?
No, Christian church.
Okay, Christian church. So you used to go to church, but you don't consider yourself to be a Christian. You used to go.
No more. I don't even go.
Okay. So okay, I get it. Yahweh J. Okay.
So if you can help me, once you are a researcher, I think you can help me with this question.
Yeah, maybe.
If I want to become a Muslim, must I change my name into an Arabic name before I qualify to be a Muslim? Once you are a researcher, I think if you have come across this question.
No, so
because I've asked one Muslim, but
you see, Yahweh J, as far as I know, they will tell you don't have to change. That is what they will tell you.
That's what, yes.
Indirectly, they will tell you don't have to change. But you see, they will give you some signs, they will give you some hint that you have to carry that name to represent the religion. But they won't force you. They will say they won't force you. You see that it is just like here in Europe right now, you see, they say you don't have to take the vaccine. But if you don't take the vaccine, you can do so many things. So indirectly, they are forcing you to take the vaccine. You see, it is just like the mentality is like that. They won't say you have to take it. But you see, when you meet somebody, you say you are called Yahweh J, and then you say you are a Muslim, they don't believe you. So you yourself, you want to belong to the community. So there's going to be a time you want to put that name on yourself so that you will be identified as one of them. You see what I mean? So it's going to rob your identity. Becoming a Muslim means, in the actual sense, becoming a Muslim is used like everything you know about yourself, your religion, your culture. It is not equal to that of Muhammad. Whatever Muhammad did, you see, Muhammad as an Arab man, his culture and the way he ate, his diet, his looks, his drinks, everything from that place is going to become more powerful to you because you look up to Muhammad. But my answer is no. They will tell you no, you don't have to. But indirectly, they are going to push it on you. Okay, they are going to push it on you. That is it.
Okay. So that's all I wanted to know. So I will thank you.
No, okay, but Yawaje, what makes you want to join Islam?
Oh no, I've been listening to Zakanek and other one. That also.
You listen to Zakanek and that convinced you?
And the other one, I forget his name. Ahmed did that.
Ahmed did that. And these two, these two are the ones that convinced you. Okay. Che, you see, before why do you want to join Islam? Why?
Oh, it's not that but I want to know. I want to know the true religion. So I'm not yet in Islam.
I know. You said you are looking for something different because you are fed up with going to church, so you even stop going to church. But going to church doesn't make you a Christian.
Yeah. Oh, I know that.
That one, you see.
That's the reason I said initially when we started our conversation. I said I used to be a church goer.
Church goer, yes. Okay, but now, so why don't you try to be a Christian and you want to go and be a Muslim? Why?
Oh no, I want to I want to test all of them. and see which one is rare.
No, but you see now, so this is about salvation. You don't. What do you mean you want to test them? You have the let me give you let me you Yao Che Yao. Listen carefully, okay? You have an example of Jesus, and you have an example of Muhammad. Which one do you want to follow?
Oh, according to Christian teachings, I mean, sometimes. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I don't know yet. I'm still searching. So let me do my research, like what you are doing right now.
So yeah, but maybe I can help you understand a little certain things that I have already found out. Okay, for you to be a Muslim, Muhammad is going to be your best example. For you to be a Christian, is Jesus your best?
They say they regard all the prophets as a messenger.
That's what they say, but they don't. It is what they say that it is different from what they do. You see, they say they regard all the teachings from all the prophets, but the Jesus teachings that is in Islam is different from that is in Bible. So the Bible,
when they mention Jesus' name, they add a peace be upon his name, like the same as Muhammad.
No, but that is just to trick you. You see, the Jesus in the Bible, he came before Muhammad came. Listen carefully, I'm trying to help you here. The Jesus in the Bible, he came before Muhammad came, and the Bible does not confirm the Quran. It is the Quran that confirms the Bible. So a book which was already there, which is the Bible, and the Quran which is coming after it, the Quran is claiming certain things which is not in the Bible. The Bible doesn't even know the Quran. So it was easy for the Quran to say even Jesus was a Muslim. It is easy because the book was already there. But you have to bear this in mind, okay? You as a guy, now you are a mature guy. You are trying to look for the truth. And now you have Jesus in the Bible, and then you have Muhammad who brought the Quran. And they are saying the same Muhammad, the same Jesus who is in the Bible is in the Quran. That is not true. We can prove that easy. But I want you to maybe choose one of these two, okay? Jesus in the Bible, who the Bible confirms is not a sinner, is even alive right now, is holy. All of these things is attributed to Jesus. Even some people are saying he is God. Listen carefully. And then it comes to Muhammad. 700 years later, Muhammad came. He is not an eyewitness of anything. What?
Muslims don't believe that
he is God. Yes. I'm saying Jesus is a man. People are even fighting, say they are comparing him to God. Let's say it like that, okay? Some people are even comparing him to God. But when it comes to Muhammad, nobody is comparing Muhammad to God. They are even saying Muhammad they're calling him this. Muhammad married a child. You see, so the one you are trying to go and follow, people are accusing him of sleeping with children. The one you want to go and follow, people are accusing him that he killed people, he went to war, he killed people, he did this stuff.
Seto, let me come in. Sorry, I'm not just cutting you off, but I want to share with you. One Muslim guy told me that. I forgot what he told me. Muhammad. You go ahead. When I remember, then I'll
So you see, I'm giving you. You see, two people are standing there, and they both have, and they are. You have to choose which one is the best example for you to follow. Which one of them will you not feel ashamed to defend? Because becoming a Muslim, that means you have to accept Muhammad as your prophet. And then Muhammad himself did nothing to prove that he was a prophet. Everything that he said, every miracle that he is talking about was in the past tense. So you see, so it is just like Muhammad used, Jesus came and then he proved to be a prophet and he is from God, and he did miracles. He woke the dead. You see, Jesus woke the dead according to the Bible for the people to see. He healed people, sickness, blindness, everything. And then that proves that this guy, if you follow him, you have the guarantee he can do what he's trying to tell you. When you put that aside and you come to Muhammad, where is the guarantee that the God Muhammad brought, Allah, can wake you up when you die, can give you all the things that he is promising you? How do you know that is even true? Because Muhammad himself never performed anything at his time to prove that he is God. He's just like he's coming from the same God Jesus came from. He didn't prove anything.
They say he's a messenger like Jesus, Abraham, Moses, all of them.
So how come you see Muhammad, that is the claim. He came last. He is the last one according to him. So he can already copy some things. But at his time, you see, Moses' did miracles from God to prove to his people for them to see. Jesus' time, Jesus did a lot of miracles for them to believe. What is the purpose of the miracle? For people to believe in you, that you are from God. When you come to the Quran, everything
you mean and Muhammad did none of them.
We don't find it. Anything that Muhammad did in the Quran that is a miracle. Listen carefully. When you go to the Quran, they can give you something, they say it is a miracle from God, or Muhammad did it. But you see, the Quran itself, it's not Muhammad's story. Everything is Allah saying it. So Muhammad did no miracle according to the Quran, and we can prove that easy.
So that's the reason why they say he's a messenger of Allah.
But he's not only a messenger, he's also a prophet of Allah. Do you understand? Muhammad is not only a messenger, he is a messenger and a prophet.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. Do you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So Muhammad is not just a messenger, he is a messenger and a prophet. Okay. But to be a prophet, you have to say prophesy some things in your book that you brought. But there is no prophecy from Muhammad in the Quran because it's only Allah.
He did not prophesy. He did not prophesy.
At least that is the thing. You see, the Quran itself is not Muhammad's statement. It is Allah's statement.
That means Allah is working through him.
Okay, but you see, all the other prophets, if God is working through them, but they are speaking to the people. It is not. Why is it that? Okay, where was Angel Gabriel at the time of Jesus? How come every time Muhammad gets betweener, Jesus no betweener? What happened? Moses no betweener. No angel was coming to Moses the whole time, up and down like Muhammad. They say Muhammad never had any contact with Allah. Always angel brings the message. And what about Jesus? Even in the Quran itself, when Jesus was born, right at the beginning of his birth, he started to speak directly from God, from Allah, let's say from the Quran. So from Allah. Where was Angel Gabriel at that time? And so you see, at Muhammad's time, Angel Gabriel will bring the message. And then so they are not the same. They are not the same, okay? But the one thing you have to bear in mind is you have to make a decision. Now you know one guy, Muhammad himself, according to the Quran, is a sinner. Listen carefully.
Okay, can I ask you something?
Yes, but let me finish this statement. Okay. Muhammad from the Quran is saying Muhammad is a sinner. Jesus from the Quran is saying Jesus is holy. So if you are to obey somebody, will you obey the sinner? Or if you are to follow one of them, will you follow the sinner or will you follow the one who is holy?
Of course, holy.
So how come then you want to follow Islam and not Christianity?
But have you ever listened to Zakir Naik or Ahmedidat?
Of course, lies. Can you give me one of their arguments and we can see we can dialogue, we can digest it, and you will see how they lie to the people.
Oh, but I mean, sometimes they have points, if you listen to them.
No, they only have points if you don't know Islam. If you are a layman, if you don't know anything about Islam, and then they can use it to twist things for you, or you don't know the Bible. You don't know anything about the Bible, you don't know anything about Islam, and they can say things that will convince you. But if you know something about the Quran or about Islam a little bit, and the Bible a little bit, they cannot convince you with what they're saying. Just give me one example. Let's see. Maybe I can help you with that. Give me one example.
I think I have to call you again. I will call you again.
Now, okay, yeah, okay. Say what you wanted to say before. Say what were you about to say?
Hey guys, listen.
I would thank you. First of all, I would thank you for giving me my advice. So I'm going to do my own research. So that's the reason I say I will come back to you again.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no problem. You have to go and test, okay? But sometimes you see you don't have to you don't have to do it your own. You can see it from people doing it and you learn from them. You see, the wise person learns from mistakes from others.
Yeah.
Because it is not, you see, it is not about following what all the majority are following. It is about your salvation. You just don't want to be a supporter of a religion. You want to find the truth. And then as a mature person, you can clearly see, okay, you want to, maybe you become a Muslim, it could help you because of the rituals they have built in Islam. You have to do this 5 times a day. You have to wash like this. You have to do, did Jesus do that?
Do you call it ritual?
That is rituals. It's something you have to do. It is rituals. What do you think it is?
But Christians also go to church and play.
Yeah, but they don't have to. It is not a ritual for them to do certain things exactly the same, repeating the same things the whole 5 times a day. They don't have to do that. Even Jesus was speaking against this. If you want to pray, go in your room and pray secretly. That is why you said you went to church. You see, going to church has nothing to do with Christianity in Africa, especially in Ghana and Nigeria and these countries in Ghana and Africa, because they are not following Christ. They are not following. They are doing things according to what they fit them. You see, so you can go to church as somebody you want to be part of the community, but that has nothing to do with worshiping God. Because to worship God, it has to come from your heart. It has become habit. People are going to church. That is why so many Muslims, it has become habit, because they were born into it and they are doing this thing. This has become a habit for them. It is a total ritual. Speaking to God at a particular time, you have to do this, wash, and say certain things, and that is a rituals. What you don't know what rituals is?
I know what is a ritual, but God is a God of spirit. God is a spirit.
And where does the Quran say? Example, where does the Quran say God is spirit? Where does the Quran say so?
Oh no, I'm not saying. I'm not quoting from Quran.
Yeah, so then you cannot, because we are now thinking as Muslims, because that is where your journey is heading to. So before, the Muslims will use certain words like this. You see, God is spirit, and you have to worship Him in spirit. But you are now not going to worship God. You are going to worship Allah. You have to bear that in mind.
That the same. Allah is an Arabic name for God.
That Allah is an Arabic name for God. Okay. So what is the name of your God then? What is the name of Allah?
The same as God. Allah is God.
No, listen carefully, okay? When you come to the Bible, they say Ilah, Ilah, or Eli, Eli. Let's say Eli, Eli. That means when Jesus was on the cross, He was saying, my God. He said Eli, Eli. But you see, the God in the Bible, even though He has the name Eli, He also has the name Jehovah. Okay?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Or Yahweh. That is the name. So Eli is just a title. Like Allah, you are saying Allah is a title. If it comes to Arabic, it is called Allah. If it comes to Ghana, they will say Onyankopon. If it comes to English, they will say God. That is a title for the creator, the one who created it. They call it God, Allah, Nyankopon, Obangidi. That is a title. But the name of the God, when you come to the Bible, is clear there. They call their God Jehovah, Yahweh. Okay? And the Eli is just a title, just like Allah. So you are saying Allah means God. A title, that is a title. So what is the name of Allah?
That one I don't know.
Okay, so the Muslims will, you see, it depends on which Muslim you are. Sometimes some Muslims will say Allah is the name of Him. Allah is the name. And sometimes they will say Allah just means God. But this is a clear evidence. The God that Jesus brought, okay, according to the Bible, He is called Yahweh. He identified Himself Yahweh. And one point in the Bible to the God in the Bible is what? A father.
Okay, so why one God with so many names? Why?
Where are many names? What is the many names here?
Yahweh, Jehovah, Eli. Why?
Yeah, but I think Eli is just God. That is the title, like Allah.
The same God with.
Yeah. Listen, Yahweh is the original language name, Yahweh. But I think Jehovah is translated. It's a translation of the Yahweh. You understand? Like Abraham, and it comes to Arabic, it's Ibrahim. Okay? You understand that? And then that is why Yahweh, it is the original language, and I think Jehovah is translated in English. And then Eli is just the title, the God, like you are saying. So it is not different name, it is just the translation of the names, but it has nothing to do with different names, okay? But the thing is,
but when it comes to Islam, I think they call God only Allah. They don't have any other name.
I know. They call Allah is God for them, the creator, okay? So for them, they say, so we worship God. So which God do you worship? Allah. Allah is God. Okay, so which God is that? Because when you come, there are so many gods. That is why in the Bible, Jesus said the Father is the true God. Okay, the only true God is the Father. Jesus identified that the Father is the true God. When you come to Islam, Allah is not a father. So the Bible God is different from one in the Quran. Even though the Quran is saying they are the same prophet, but the Bible God is a father. The one in the Quran, you are not a son of, you are not a child of God. You are a slave of God. Do you know that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Of course, Abdullah means a slave of Allah. You are not a child of, in Islam, Allah don't have a son. Allah don't, Quran chapter 112. Allah says it there. He don't get a son. He never begets nothing. So you cannot say Allah is your father when you become a Muslim. You have to see yourself as a slave of God. Okay.
So you said you just mentioned a name and we gave the meaning. You said which name?
I said what?
You just mentioned a name and you gave the meaning of that name. You said Abdullah, right?
Abdullah, yes. Abdullah means the slave of Allah. Yes, that is the name. Abdullah. Yeah,
that's the meaning.
That is the meaning, yes. That you see, that is the original meaning, is a slave of Allah. But because it doesn't sound good, because people are ashamed of it today, they will tell you it means servant of Allah. You understand?
Okay, it sounds good now.
They will say it is servant of Allah, but that is not the original meaning. The original meaning is slave of Allah. Abdullah means slave of Allah. And this is the one point you have to understand. You see, when you want to join something,
I think God doesn't have a slave. Does God have a slave?
That is the point. That is why in Islam, the God in Islam, he don't have children. He's it's a total different. That's what I'm asking you. You want to follow Jesus or you want to follow Muhammad? If you want to follow Muhammad, you have to know that you are nothing but a slave to Allah, and you have to be comfortable with that. And if you want to follow Jesus, then you will be the children of God, and you can speak to the Father. That is why Jesus was teaching them to pray. Say, "Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on us, as it is in heaven. Give us these days our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses," and so on. That is why. So you have to know the difference. You see, if somebody you said you are in Ghana, right?
Yeah.
If somebody wants to come to your home and rob you, sometimes he can come and say, we are from this company, and they have the uniform on from that company. So because you saw that uniform, they said they are electricians. Okay, they said they are electricians. They want to come and read your meter. And you saw their jacket, and because they are thieves, they came with the mentality they have duplicate the electrician's jacket. So they put it on and they come to your house. You saw the jacket, you let them in, and they will tell you, "Oh, bring us this one. Bring us the leather from leather from behind your door." So when you leave, then they can rob you. You see, so this religion, they are picking some things from other stuff, but they are not the same. They are not the same. The God in the Bible is a father. The God in the Bible has children, is their children. The God in Islam, not a father. And this one, I am recording the conversation. So it is not like I'm just trying to manipulate your mind. I'm going to play it for the audience, and everybody can confirm. Okay. The God in Islam, no children.
I mean, he says God doesn't have. You were saying something similar to what you are saying.
It is true now. I won't lie. You see, I won't benefit anything from lying. I am just trying to help people like you who don't know and they want to join. And it's like if you want to sell something. You see, when you go to Kumasi Jom right now, some people are selling fake things there. But the one who is going to buy, because he is ignorant or doesn't know, the one selling the fake thing can make the fake thing look very good in front of the ignorant person, right? That is how it is. When you go to supermarket, the one selling the fake things to you will never let you know that this is fake. It is not true. It is not good. He would try to convince you how good this is, how good it is, and even he has the same thing at home. That's what he's using, and it is the best you will ever get. But as soon as you buy it, 1 week later, then you will recognize, oh, this was a bad thing, a bad deal. But maybe it was too late. Your money is gone. You see, so you go and join this thing, and they're gonna put some stuff. Of course, when you join at the beginning, okay, they can even collect money and give it to you. For what? For you to have confidence in the religion. You see now, you join the religion.
So, is it in the Quran that if you want to become a Muslim, your name must be changed? Is it in the Quran?
No. I already told you from the beginning. You don't. Your name. It's not in the Quran. That is not in the Quran like that. But since if you become a Muslim, they want you have to have an identity that shows that you are a Muslim. They will not force you. You have to take it. Or I haven't heard that they force people to take it. You become a Muslim, but they will ask you sometimes. They will like jokes, okay? So you have become a Muslim. You have become a new person, and they will even tell you, so okay, your name is. If you don't have a name which is like an idol name, a Busumdimbia, okay, then they will say, oh, you can keep your name. But when you are walking around with your community, they are all Muslim. They are all carrying names that identifies them to be Muslim, and you don't have the same name. You'll be different, so you won't feel comfortable. You see, so the Muslims you can identify them by their appearance, by how they look. Most of them, not all of them. I'm not saying every Muslim, but you see, depending on where you live.
You can usually identify them with their name, especially name.
Name.
You can usually identify them with their name.
And you see, they say the name they will give it to you. It will show that you have become a new person. You see now, because you said before you were just a filthy guy, according to Islam. Okay, when you are not a Muslim, you are unclean, you are filthy. So you become a Muslim. Now you becoming a new person, and then it will be better for you or good for you if you take a new name, so a new identity that will represent you as a Muslim. You see, they won't force you. According to my research till now, I haven't seen it in the Quran. Quran.
That's what one Muslim guy told me. It's not forced.
It is not forced, and that is what they will tell you for you to join. But I'm telling you, if you say this Shahada, which is also a lie, the Shahada too is not in the Quran. Allah never said say any Shahada, okay? But if you join, finish, and then now they consider you as a Muslim, and then now the manipulation will start at the back door, not in public. And if you're trying to resist it, then you will see force will come. You see?
Force from where?
Now from the community itself. They won't force you to take the name, but you will see force at the back. You will not be so accepted as you're supposed to be as when you take the name. Because they will say, this guy, you say you want to become a Muslim, and you are even ashamed to carry a Muslim name. You see now, they are not forcing you, but this is how they will push such statements across. They will push such statements. Now this guy, you say you want to follow Muhammad, and you are carrying a name. How do you?
Therefore, I have to add an Arabic name.
You have to add, yeah. You, as I'm saying, probably 90%, 99% you will add it. You will never be a Muslim and going around with only Yauche. You see, all of them. Have you seen any Tuba guy who said he Tuba and then he never gave a name? Maybe you find 1%, but they are very, very few. And some of them today.
That is my research. That's the reason why I call you for assistance. That's my research, because all the people I know, they have changed their name.
Of course, you see, you will find somebody. He will say, "Me, I converted to. I never changed my name." He's saying this too, but when he's around when he goes to swear the Muslims, he doesn't. He calls his Islamic name. One brother called me too. He was called also Seth like me, Seth Livingston. He's called Seth Livingston. He became a Muslim. He's called Abdul Haq. Abdul Haq or something like this. You see, you will become a slave to the religion, and not only to the religion. You see, the religion is there for you to serve God, not for a tribe. Because your tribe, your name is also.
I listened to this guy at Speaker's Corners. I watch it on YouTube. I forgot his name. There's a Muslim guy. I watch it on YouTube. And he said, I think he said something about Christianity. He said he was what he was trying to say. Christianity came to enslave black people. That is, what he was trying to say.
And is that true?
That's that's a true.
No.
Somehow it's true.
No, okay. Can you give me one reason why you think that is true? Can you give me one example where Jesus Christ say had slaves? Can you give me an example?
Oh, Christianity was imposed by these Europeans. By that one story, I'm not.
No. You see now, that is what I'm saying. Christianity is based on Jesus Christ. Okay, do you follow the teachings of Jesus Christ? That will make you a Christian. So somebody can say, I am a Christian, and then he's still an armed robber. He say he's a Christian, but every night he goes armed robbery. Is that the teachings of Jesus Christ? No, but he's identifying himself as a Christian. Somebody can take the Bible and twist words to scam people, but that's not what the Bible is teaching. So you cannot say because somebody used the Bible to manipulate some people, that is Christianity. No. We have to go according to the teachings of Jesus Christ. And if you are saying Islam, we have to go according to the teachings of Allah or Muhammad. That will make Islam. What some Muslim guy is doing, if some Muslim guy is, let's say, this is a bad example, okay? But if some Muslim guy kills his children and eats them, you cannot say because of Islam he did that. Because that is not the teachings of Islam. Islam doesn't say eat your children. You see? Yes. But if somebody beats his wife, if a Muslim guy beats his wife, we have example in the Quran. The Quran says you can beat your wife. So that will be the teachings of Islam. You see? So now if somebody say Islam brought, Christianity brought slavery, so you have to know, okay, where did Jesus said love your neighbor as yourself. So he is teaching you not to have, do you want to be slave?
No.
So Jesus is saying love your neighbor as yourself. So why will you have slave if you don't want to be slave? So the Jesus teaching was against slavery. But Muhammad himself had slaves.
Muhammad had slaves.
Muhammad had black slaves. Even black slaves, he owned black slaves. And I can prove that to you easy. The Quran itself is for slavery. Quran is saying you can own slave, captive women, captives. It is there in the Quran, Quran chapter 4, verse 24.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you, let me open the Quran and read it for you very fast, okay? I'm telling you the truth, and I will never lie to you. As I am saying, I'm speaking with you right now. It is being recorded, and I'm going to play it for people. Okay? So if I lie, people are going to expose me big time. Quran chapter 4, verse number 24. Allah is telling the Muslims what kind of women they can have. Okay? And it says, and all women are forbidden unto you, which is into bracket, save those captives whom your right hand possesses. Do you understand? Women who are married. They are forbidden for the Muslims men to have. You cannot have these women. A married woman, you can't have them. Except your captive women, the women that you went to war and you enslaved them, you took them captives. Even if they are married, you can marry them still. You can have sex with them. That is the teachings of the Quran.
If they are married.
Even if they are married, because you capture them right now, they are becoming your property. Even if they are married, you can still have them. Because they are now your property. Because you have captured them. It is in the Quran. This is Quran chapter 4, verse 24.
Okay, I don't know much about the Quran, so.
Okay, now I'm telling you, and let me give you one hadith too, okay? Do you know what hadith is?
Yeah, I don't know. But I know hadith. I have heard something like hadith, but I don't know what it's all about.
Okay, the hadith is the saying and the practice of Muhammad, and they have compiled it in the form of a book, so that Muslims will know.
Is it also different from Quran?
That is different from Quran. Yes, the Quran is more of the saying of Allah, the revelation of Allah. Okay, and the hadith is the Muhammad statement. What the people say they saw Muhammad do, and stuff like that.
How do you know all this? How do you know?
How do I know what?
How did you know all these things? What you are telling me? How did you know it?
Now, through studying, because of interest. Okay, you see, before I used to criticize Christianity a whole lot. I didn't know anything about Islam 2 years ago. Nothing. I was one of the people who were afraid to even touch the Quran or say anything about the Quran because I had this mentality. You are going to have an effect. If you touch the Quran without washing your hand, the Muslims say your hand will rot.
But one guy told me, so I have respect for Quran.
Yeah, that is the fear they put in people. It's the book. So when I was criticizing Christianity, or when I was like analyzing Christianity and asking tough questions, and then I saw how the Muslims were happy, move on. And then one guy wrote me, he said, and why don't you question Islam too like this? I said, okay, a Muslim, yes, he's a sheikh in Ghana. Now he's running away from me. Because you see, he thought, for his understanding, he thought Christianity has so many loopholes and Islam has nothing. And if I start to question Islam, I won't find anything there. I said, okay. Then I started doing my research too. Okay? And then now, this sheikh, he's afraid to face me. All of them, they're afraid to face me.
He's in Ghana.
He's in Ghana right now. They are all afraid to face. But let me show you the hadith from Muhammad. Okay, listen carefully. Where Muhammad owned slaves. So the Arab the Speaker's Corner guy who was saying Christianity brought slavery. You have no idea. You see the Arab slave trade. The Arab slave trade that went on. That Arab came to Africa was more worse than the European slave trade in Africa. And I tell you, do a research about the Arab slave trade. Do research about it. Okay? Listen carefully.
In Africa.
In Africa. Yes. The Arab slave trade. The European slave trade. They copied some of the cruelty, the bad things. They copied it from the Arabs. Arab slave trade. Look, listen carefully. Muhammad himself is a slave owner. He owns slaves according to their own books. Hadith, you see, when you read the hadiths, there are hadiths they call Sahih, there are hadiths they are called Hassan, there are hadiths they are called Da'if. The hadith that is called Da'if, that is not credible. They say it's not that credible. It is not strong enough. But the Sahih hadith, it means authentic hadith. And this one I'm reading to you is Sunnah an-Nisa 4184. Okay? Listen carefully. A slave, okay? A slave came to pledge to the prophet to immigrate. So Muhammad was sitting there, and a slave came to Muhammad and said, Muhammad, I want to follow you. I want to go with you. Okay? Because the slave was not a black slave, Muhammad didn't recognize that he was a slave. You see, in the hadith, every time they don't mention the color of the slave, that means the slave was not black. And if the slave was black, they will add black to it, so that you will know that this was a black slave. And if they don't add any color, that means he was not a black slave. You understand that? So it says, a slave came to pledge to the prophet to immigrate. And the prophet did not realize that he was a slave. Then his master came looking for him. So the prophet accepted his pledge because he didn't know that he was a slave. And the slave's master came looking for the slave. Okay? The prophet said to the slave master, sell him to me. Now you see what? The prophet wants to buy the slave because that slave wants to become a Muslim. And then, okay, he bought him for 2 black slaves. So the Prophet Muhammad bought that one slave from that master and gave him 2 black slaves. So they had 2 black slaves. So Muhammad owned slaves, and for him to buy one slave who is not black, he has to give 2 black slaves. Can you do you understand that? The blacks are not.
So this particular, hold on. This particular story can be found in Hadith, right?
This particular story is found in Hadith, and that Hadith is the practice of Muhammad, his character, his doing, his sayings, things that he said, things that he did. It is in the Hadith, and this is authentic. Okay, it is authentic Hadith that I'm showing it to you. So that is why I was asking you before. Jesus, who is holy, and Muhammad, who is a slave owner, black slave, and the Muslims are lying to people on the street. That is why I told you, if you don't know anything about Islam, Zakanaik will sound very intelligent to you. If you don't know anything about Islam, the Muslim can trick you easy because you don't know. But if you know this, that Muhammad is a prophet, at his time, when Jesus came to, there was slavery at Jesus' time too. Did he own any slave? No. You see, Muhammad came 600, 700 years later, and he owned black slaves. and then you are a black man, and then you are going to look up to an Arab man who owned black slave as your best example. Does that sound logical to you?
That's the reason I said that I want to do the research well before I would decide.
Do your research well, and then whatever I am telling you right now, okay, I can give you the references. It is from their own book. This hadith is not even the only hadith. There are many hadiths. Okay, there are many hadith that says the same story. There are many hadith that says this. Muhammad owned black slaves. He owned slaves, and then Jesus never owned any slave. What is even interesting is the Quran itself is saying Jesus is the Holy Son, and Muhammad is a sinner in the Quran. And then when Jesus, the Holy Son, says that he came to die and he will wake up in the third day, and then Muhammad came 700 years later, and Muhammad is saying, no, Jesus didn't die. Which one will you believe? The one who is a sinner is saying Jesus that the non-sinner, the one who is not a sinner, said he's going to die and wake up in 3 days or resurrect in 3 days. And then Muhammad came 700 years later. He said, no, he didn't die. Which one will you believe?
That's a complicated.
Yeah, it is not complicated, yeah. This is the clear. One is the sinner, one is not the sinner. One is truthful, one is not truthful. It is easy.
I have to get myself a Quran and then read it and then do the research.
Yeah, okay, do that and continue watching the program, okay? And then one thing is for sure, okay? You become a Muslim. You see, sometimes you have to test the water and see how deep it is your own self. Then you will see, okay? But if you become a Muslim, bear in mind that you are going to be you are not going to have that freedom to do like when you were a Christian or when you used to go to church. Then you have to follow according to what they want. Your opinion doesn't count. Everything is already set up. You join, you accept everything.
But I let you can ask questions if you don't understand something. Then you are allowed to ask questions.
There are certain questions you cannot ask.
Why?
Yeah, because what do you mean? Why you cannot? They will say you cannot question Muhammad. Example, you see, when you say, okay, Muhammad married a girl who was 6 years old. You cannot criticize that. If you say you want to become a Muslim, you have to accept that, and you have to see that there is nothing wrong with it.
But one Muslim told me that during their era, they are allowed to do that.
Okay, and so okay, so you see now that is okay. Let's say during their era they were allowed to do that, and Muhammad is a prophet forever. Listen carefully. So as a Muhammad who is a prophet forever, coming from a God who knows the future, that people will find this very very horrible for a 54-year-old man to have sexual intercourse with a 9-year-old girl. People will find this like 1,400 years to come. People will find that as a turn off to not follow Muhammad. So why did Muhammad have to do it? You see now, people at Muhammad's time, they were worshipping they were worshipping idols. Let's say it like that. Muhammad came, he didn't worship idols. He is the prophet, he knows the future. So he has to do the correct things so that the future will know that even at his time, the people were misbehaving and he was there. He didn't do none of them. So that is not it is even a bad excuse. Because you came, your people are misbehaving. For you to correct them, you did the same thing too. And you say it was our time. The people had slaves and you also own slaves. Your people, think about it. It doesn't matter if it was the normality at that time. Since he is the prophet and he is coming from a God who knows the future, he should have known that, okay, if I do this thing, people are going to use this against me, and that will show that I'm not a prophet, so I don't have to do it. Even if they are saying, do it, because you know it, you know the future. But does that make sense to you? That it was at his era, it was normal. So at his era, a 50-year-old man marrying a 6-year-old girl, it was normal. Are you sure it was normal at that time?
Oh, like I said, it was a Muslim guy, a friend.
But you see, and some people will give you an example. Like if you go to England, there are the king. They will give you examples of how some kings or some people married children. Okay, think about this clearly. Somebody marrying a child, that is his own thing. But we are now speaking of a prophet from God. You see difference? If I am rich, and then because I am rich and I have so many power, I want to do some things. I'm not saying it is from God. And this person, this king or whoever married a child is not an example for us to follow. But if you say Muhammad is your best example to follow, and then he's marrying a child, a 6-year-old girl, and having intercourse with her at the age of 9, he is the best example for you today too. So he did it at his time, but today too, he's still your best example. 100 years to come, he will still be your best example. Do you think it's a good example today for a 50-year-old? Do you think Zakanaik, if Zakanaik 50 plus, he is already. If he comes to you right now and wants to marry your 6-year-old daughter, will you give her to him?
No.
Now you see now, so how come you want to follow the man who did that at his time? Yeah, think about it. You see, it is about your salvation. I'm telling you, there is always, you can find something good in Islam. You can find, in every religion, you can find something good. But that is not about finding something good. It's about your salvation. And you don't have to play with it. If you are saying you are serious, you want to worship God, you don't want to worship the religion, it is about your salvation. Okay? So think about it. The one you are going to follow, are you proud? This guy that you see as your mentor, his behavior, can you practice this today? What will happen right now? Where in Ghana are you speaking from?
I'm in Kumasi.
Okay, imagine in Kumasi, one guy 50 plus. He comes to your house, you see him in the neighborhood, and then he's holding a girl's hand. She said, "This is my wife," and then they just had sex. What will happen to this guy in Kumasi? You think? A 6-year-old, a 9-year-old girl. And why is he doing that? Because he is following somebody who is the best example forever. Best example. And let me give you another verse. Even there is a verse in the Quran to which supports that. Quran chapter 66.
So, were you once a Muslim or what?
Never. I've never been a Muslim.
Ah.
I have never been a Muslim. I said, you see, everything you start gradually. If you are interested in something, you can find the truth, okay? But sometimes finding the truth is going to be difficult if you communicate with the wrong people. Because if somebody wants to convince you to follow him, okay, he will know what to tell you so that you will follow him. So sometimes you have to step outside the box and then you check them. And then now if you are only asking the Malam questions, he will find lovely things to tell you. But you just go and talk with the Malam. And he will tell you how beautiful Islam is. And the things that he told you, come and ask me, and I will give you questions to ask him. And then you will see how they will hate you. They will say you are not ready to learn. Go. If you accept whatever they...
They will hate me?
Of course. They hate me too. They say I am attacking Muslims. Just asking questions, critical questions. If you go and you ask questions, certain questions, they will say, why are you asking these questions? Okay, you are not ready to learn. Okay, go away from here. That if the question is easy questions, oh Malam, how do I pray? How do I wash my hands? Malam, when
someone was trying to call him.
Okay, no problem. When you are asking simple questions, it is easy. It is easy to understand, okay? But when you're asking critical questions like, okay, so how is Muhammad the best example? Okay, how is Muhammad the best example? And then he is a sinner according to Allah. Allah said Muhammad should ask forgiveness for his sin. And Jesus, according to the Quran, Jesus is a holy son. So how is Jesus not the best example and the sinner is the best example? Yeah, they will see, and they will tell you, so yes, Muhammad, he was not a sinner. The Quran is saying, Muhammad, ask forgiveness for your sin. And then they will say, you see, the prophet, they don't sin big sin. They have masun. They call it masun. It is a small sin. A sin the prophet has to do so that you, the followers, and the prophet will ask for forgiveness so that the followers will follow him or something like this. But Jesus never had to commit any sin so that the followers... What is this? So you have to be smart, okay? Yeah, me, I'm trying to help you. Do your research and call me. Okay?
I'll do that.
Call me, and then if you want to join Islam, I cannot force you not to join Islam. That is the beauty of the thing. We give the informations, but you make your decisions.
Yeah.
Okay, we give the information, but the decision is yours. And everything that I have said, I will play these recordings on YouTube, and then you can what can you do? You can listen to the recordings again. And whatever I said, if you said you demand a reference, I should back it up with reference, I can do that. Okay?
Do that.
I will definitely do that for you. So everything that I have said, I can back it up. And then it is in their books, the Quran or in the Hadith. And it is only authentic. I will never lie to you. That, you see, one thing is they can lie. Somebody will lie to you to join his religion. But a lie has an expiring date. You see? So maybe you didn't know. They thought nobody will recognize the lie. But every lie has an expiring date. It can last for 10 days. It can last for 10 years. But it still will expire. So when you find out eventually that they lied to you, then you have, you see, then you'll get angry because they lied to you. So that is why I don't want to lie. If I don't know, I will tell you I don't know. And if I know, I'll give you the perfect reference so that you will know that everybody who will ask you, you can show it to them. You see, you can show it to them. Say, this is the reference. And they will convince you that you have to learn the Arabic. And then the Quran, the translated Quran, is not the same as the Arabic Quran. Because the Arabic language, you cannot translate exactly into the English language or in any other language. Yeah. That is also a brainwash, okay? So how come they can preach it and
that one might be true. That one.
No. It might not be true. When they are preaching to you, how come they can explain it to you in another language? How come they can explain it? You see, how come when they are if you become a Muslim today, you don't speak any Arabic, but you can read the Quran, whatever how it is, and it is okay. When they are doing wazi in the mosque or on the street, they can preach in the language, in the Hausa language, they read the Arabic Quran and they translate it, it is okay. But when you are starting to ask questions, and now they want to use the Arabic as a cover-up. Oh, you don't speak the Arabic. So is the book for the Arabs or is for the mankind?
For mankind.
So if it is for mankind, why do I have to learn somebody's language before I can understand the book for mankind?
So it is original language.
Yeah, but the original language, Allah never said, say, before you understand the book, you have to learn the original language. Allah never said it in the Quran. Do the Muslims learn the Bible in the original language before they read it?
So, the Bible has been translated.
Yeah, the Quran too.
Millions language.
And the Quran too. The Quran is also in Twi. It is in Hausa. It is in French. It is in English. It is in Dutch. It is in many languages. It is also translated. And when you are reading the translation, they say it is not accepted. But when they're reading the translation of the Bible, it is accepted. When we see the logic here, let me tell you clear, okay? The Quran, okay, if it is for mankind, then there is no need for you to go and learn somebody's language before you can worship a God. That means the God is for that people. If you have to learn the Arabic before you know the Quran or understand the Quran, then the Quran is not for mankind. Because according to Quran chapter 30, verse number 22, Allah created the languages for us. Okay? Your language and my language, it is created from Allah. Different languages.
He said what? Allah created languages for mankind?
Yes, Allah created different languages. It is a sign from Allah that He created different languages.
Are you quoting from the Quran?
From the Quran, yes. Quran chapter 30, verse number 22. And of His signs, let me read it for you, okay? I've opened it. And of His signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the difference of languages and colors. You understand? That is the sign of Allah. So Allah gave you a language too. He gave me a language. And then He gave everybody a language. Is it good? Is the language good that Allah gave to me? Of course, it's good. Allah gave it to me. And then Allah brought this book in Arab. Listen carefully. According to the Quran, Quran chapter 14, verse number 4. Okay? Let me read that one to you too. Allah brought this Quran in Arabic so that Muhammad will make it clear for his people. You understand that? For his people, because they speak Arabic and Allah will not bring a book in Twi to Muhammad. So that how can Muhammad read that? So Muhammad, he got the Quran in Arabic for his people so that he will make his people clear in Arabic. So if
for his
people, yes. So Allah never said, because I am not the people of Muhammad, because Allah gave me a language too. You see, so if I want to get my message,
you mean his people? That means only Arabs or what?
Yes, only the Arabs. Yes. It is not me saying this. It is not me saying this. Okay, let me give you the verse. There is a verse in the Quran. Okay, I give you the verse, and then you we will read it we will read it clear. You will see what I mean. I'm looking for the verse right now. Okay. Okay, I found the one verse. It says like, okay, Quran chapter 6, verse number 92. This is the book we have sent down. Blessed.
Quran 692.
Quran 692. Okay. So the Quran is sent in Arabic, okay, but this one doesn't say that, but it says that this is a book we have sent down. Blessed and confirming that which was before it. And for thee to warn the mother of cities and those about her. So the Quran came in Arabic language so that Muhammad will warn the mother of city, which is Mecca, and the cities around it, because they speak.
But it did not mention any language here. It did not mention any Arabic.
It didn't mention Arabic here. It didn't mention. It's true, but the city of Mecca, they speak Arabic, right? Let me. Wait. I'll find it. I'll find it. Many verses. I'll find a verse for you to very soon. Let me see. Okay, it says that here. Listen carefully. Okay, Quran chapter 12, verse number 2. Example. This is an example. Indeed, we have sent it down as an Arabic Quran so that you may understand. You hear it? He's speaking to Muhammad. We have sent it down.
Are you reading from Hadith or?
No.
Quran?
This one is Quran. I'm giving you. I said Quran chapter 12, verse number 2.
Okay. So different verse. The one you just read, the one you read was different.
The one I read was different. Yes, it was Quran chapter 6, verse 62, I think.
Okay,
and it was saying the Quran was sent to the city of Mecca and the cities around it. Okay, they speak the same language. And then another verse in the Quran chapter 2, verse number 2. Indeed, we have sent it down as an Arabic Quran so that you may understand. Okay. Quran chapter 13, verse number 37. And thus we have sent it, the Quran, down to you as judgment. Okay, let me put that there. Quran chapter 16, okay, verse number 103. It says also here at the ending, okay, it says somewhere, whereas this Quran is in eloquent Arabic. Okay, the Quran is in a clear Arabic tongue. So there are many verses in the Quran chapter 20, verse number 113. And we have sent down and we have sent it down as an Arabic Quran.
Can you send me all these quotations?
Can you send me all these quotations? Now, okay, I will try my best, okay? So I'm trying to let you understand the Quran came in Arabic. First of all, you understand it came in Arabic so that Muhammad will understand, so that Muhammad can make it clear to his people. That is why Quran chapter 14, verse number 4, it also says it there. And we never, listen carefully.
The reason why I said get me all the quotation, because I want to go and ask one Muslim guy. So maybe he will be able to explain it for me also.
No, you see, why don't you one day call this Muslim guy and we make a three-way call? I'm on the phone, he is on the phone, and you are asking questions and we all hear the answers he gives to you.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
You see, that would be good, because if it is true, he has nothing to hide. You see, I also have nothing to hide, so you can analyze what he says.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
And then if he is truthful, he will come. Listen, Quran chapter 14, verse number 4. The reason why the Quran came in Arabic, I was trying to let you know, it came in Arabic. Listen carefully what Allah is saying. And we never sent a messenger. Okay, so Muhammad was already sent as a messenger, so he's included. Allah is speaking to Muhammad. We never sent a messenger save with the language of his folks. So if Allah is sending a messenger, he will send a messenger with the language of the people, his own people, that he might make the message clear for them. Do you understand why the Quran is in Arabic now? Because Muhammad's language, he speaks the language of the people. So the Quran came in Arabic so that Muhammad may make the message clear for them. This is Quran chapter 14, verse number 4. So if you also get the message from Allah, the message has to come in your language. Allah never said you as a Ghanaian go and learn Arabic so you will understand his message. Just call me. Let's end the conversation here, okay? Because we're almost over 1 hour now. 1 hour and 40 seconds.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you to you, okay? So do your research and call me back later, okay?
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, T4. This was a lovely conversation, and this is what I'm here to do, okay? Try to help people understand. Giving information out. I'm not going to force anybody to do this or to do that. I am just going to present you my information, and then we will see what you will do with it, okay? Sato SSK, kindly share this video for us. Invite people, tag people, and share. Let people also have these lessons, this information, okay? It will benefit for them. It will be a benefit for them. Thank you a lot, okay? Bye-bye. Share this for me. Share.